All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A big welcome back carry for David Johnson, who almost missed all of last year. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. On 2nd down, Johnson. And here he'll be brought.
It's the running game early.
What's up, man?
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. First down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to find his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And they'll throw it with Rosen. And completes it to Kirk over the middle.
How did he go wrong?
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Johnson.
My guys cannot get off a block to save their life. He's just rolling down the field.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. Underneath for Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
On 3rd and 1, Rosen. Able to find Kirk complete.
I thought flats were supposed to cover the drag routes and stuff.
5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, Rosen. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Third and goal, Rosen. He's got
really?
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. J.J. Nelson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals take it all the way
There's
down
no
the
way
field
he should have been that wide open on the defense that I called.
Dawson tacks on the point after, and it's now a 7-0 game. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 26. This is the newest member of the Lion backfield, LeGarrette Blount, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. These two teams, they met up in the opener a season ago in Detroit, and it was the Lions who came out on top 35-23. Matthew Stafford, 4 touchdown passes in that game, 2 to rookie Kenny Galladay. To throw on 2nd down to Stafford. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Detroit.
It's okay, I burned him on that defensive play.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson.
Well, don't tackle him. Let him carry you 42 feet.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And the hit jarred it loose.
Thank God he dropped it. Should have known he was going to pass. When you can
sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen.
Oh my God, how you drop that interception, dumbass.
A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Back deep is the former Seahawk, Golden Tate. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
Why was Tate so far away from the ball?
And the Lions will take over. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and they had a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. On the crossing route, complete. That's Wilson. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
The goal for any offense
first
versus his
down.
own defense,
If I'd had a better tight end, it'd probably been a touchdown.
And put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down.
Monday.
They'll run it here with Blunt. And an alley to run. And he's got this down to the 35. Goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, it just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Dayon Buchanan. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. A shotgun snap for Stafford.
Damn it. He didn't cut back.
Picked off by Jamar Taylor. And he'll take this back.
Oh, my God.
Past the 45-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about how week, what did he do wrong, and another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No
you still watching?
There, 2nd down. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the gun, it's Rosen. And this one complete to Jermaine Gresham. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. From the shotgun, it's Rosen.
There he goes.
Right. And some room to maneuver.
Fucking cheesing.
And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down.
Drop back for half a second and scrambled with the quarterback.
And that's enough to pick up the first. From the red zone now, here's Rosen on 1st down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 yards for number 11. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football. But you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Now Rosen looking to throw.
Wide fucking open in the end zone again.
Christian Kirk with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals are in for 6. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw.
My secondary sucks. Big time.
Able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. To return, here's Agnew. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and it'll be second and very short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, here's Stafford. The left side completion.
And of course I fumbled. Oh my God, thank God I got it back.
But I believe the Lion was there to recover it. Yes, they will indeed keep possession. Two minutes to play here in the first half. More from the desert after this. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, Stafford here. That is incomplete.
What happened to pass interference?
I
guess they don't get called on this
Seems to
game
be the
anymore.
front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. On second and 10, Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. To the air again, Stafford. Into a double
Right
team,
fucking to him. Right fucking to him.
Buchanan. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Cardinals on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Here's Rosen. Lets it go for Nelson. This is
And of course, how the fuck?
And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory.
Damn it.
They're able to convert.
This
on
is
third
fucking
down, and that
bullshit,
sets up a
dude.
1st and goal.
I hate this fucking game. I had a cover 6 on, and he just jumped back and chunked it deep and threw it all the way down to the 9-yard line.
Now it's Rosen.
Because, I mean, why the fuck not can't he get somebody wide open behind the defense on a cover 6?
This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Here's Rosen to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Escaping the pressure right.
Bullshit. I swear to God, that's fucking bullshit.
Arizona. J.J. Nelson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals now adding on to
scrambling out past the fucking numbers and throwing it.
Dawson tacks on a point after, and it's now 21-7.
I'm gonna start doing it.
The kickoff unit is out
and dare him to say something.
Send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Lions. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
The final shot before the break, Stanford. He's going to air one out. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. To return, here's Agnew.
Why did it spin? I hit left on the juke stick to juke to the left and go up that hole.
The Broncos have taken the
and
early
it's
lead.
fun.
And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
No.
Stanford on 1st down. And it's incomplete.
What the fuck?
Took a shot, couldn't connect. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
The only thing Stafford can fucking throw is a slant.
Is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Stanford. Keeps himself upright. Steps away to his left. Now he'll escape to his left.
I should have threw it.
Scramble gets 2 yards and now
I
it's
ain't gonna
4.
fucking cheese like that.
And partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
What the hell?
And problems
That is bouncing out of
all the way
bounds.
into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the 2nd half. This is sort of what you would call the put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go. Green 39.
They go to Johnson again. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Rosen will throw.
And of course he fucking caught it.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
What the fuck is that?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
And why is he running?
Oh, my God. Play, we'll get a whistle,
I was about to be pissed because he started running no huddle.
First, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll get it
of course,
down here
tackling behind the line, and he still gets 4 or 5 yards.
6 and good enough to move the chains.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Johnson, and he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Johnson on the counter, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been excellent. 6 for 7. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw is Rosen. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Detroit getting set to go now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game. Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's Stafford now on second down. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Here we go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw on third down. Stafford, he finds Reddick, complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command
What
of
the
this game
fuck
yourself.
ever.
Johnson
Okay, keep going. I'm done. Fuck that bullshit.
A big run there by Johnson. 72 yards. And a guy that can change the game shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Let's go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Those passes out that far
surprised he
wide
didn't
always make you hold your breath a little
give
bit.
him
Felt like it was in the
touchdown.
air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. There's a 20th carry for Johnson. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Rosen. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them. But all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. His throw
Again.
incomplete. The
Knock it
coverage that
down.
time
Don't
excellent
intercept
by
it.
Nevin Lawson.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And now it's Rosen looking. And he's got it.
Of course.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Great tackle.
Really good tackle. Kept him in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here?
That's the question. Let's see what they do. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
There ain't no miracles going to happen because I ain't even fucking trying.
Detroit getting set to go now.
Not even going to try.
Last go around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll begin here with Blunt. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The Lions on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Stafford. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
What the hell dare you just say?
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's to his running back, complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st down, it's Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The veteran safety, Antoine Bethea, there on the defensive coverage. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down.
Of course he fucking fumbles. Why wouldn't he fucking fumble? Because that's all he fucking does. He's a piece of shit.
It's unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Lions on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. From the gun, here's Stafford. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. It's caught. Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Stafford now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Well, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. 2nd and 10, Stafford again. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 15.
Okay,
and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Again, it's Johnson. And some room to roam now. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Now Johnson. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Johnson. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves
don't know why he ain't knowing the ball.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
I'll see what the hell he's going to do.
Facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The Cardinals on 3rd down.
He's going to try to play
really
action here.
7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 8. On the ground, this is Johnson.
No, he didn't.
And some space here. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They
oh,
got
you
it
skip
done,
all this talking
very
shit.
Good about that victory.
So for Arizona, it's a very important win.